furball lovers. So this will be another video in the Raising Furble playlist. What we've been covering mostly lately is trying to reduce the hand gesture inside of the down command. We've been training the pretty command or the posing command quite a bit. We've been teaching her a little bit of shake. We've been doing the touch thing more so that we can do luring or targeting more easily with that. And I'm trying to think of the next thing I'm going to teach her. Maybe roll over, that's a fun one. Or maybe we'll go for a more complex command. Although posing is already fairly complex, but maybe we'll try the ashamed command, and I'll show you that with Bandit here really quick. Here, Bandit. Come here, big guy. Get on the carpet. Rump. Good boy. Plats. Are you ashamed? More. Are you ashamed? Good boy. Okay. So the shame command is just simply when they lay down, they put their head between their paws. When he was younger and I was doing this more rigorously, he would also put his paws on top of his nose. That was adorable, and that's what we'll shoot for with her in probably the next week or so. So stay tuned. And now we'll just go along with our normal training here. Rump, good girl. Plats, good girl. Okay. And the other thing we've been trying to do lately is not rump, plats. Okay. Is not using the throwing of the treat as like a release word, essentially. I'm trying to get her used to the word okay. Rump, good girl. Plats. Waiting, waiting. Okay. And that's why the release word is so cool, is because you're essentially training your dog how to stay. So it's like a double whammy with every command, which is super cool. Rump. Shake. Good girl. Okay. Now shake, I don't really need a release word with that one. It's kind of an ephemeral command. Rump. No. Good girl. Okay. But I kind of say it instinctually now, I'm not going to lie. Rump. Shake. Good girl. Okay. She's like diving towards the treats. Rump. Shake. Okay. And I am trying to get her more and more used to that release word. Like a few days ago, I was trying to feed her, and whenever I feed her, and it's a great practice for anyone else to do, but you're getting your dogs to sit down, look at you, you put the food down, and then you release them to the food. Maybe I'll show that in a video. When I was first training that, it was a little bit tricky. As with most dogs, they're not that well trained in the sit position and staying there. So you put the food down and the dog tries to get up and go for it immediately. So what I do inside that situation is I get them in the sit position, I slowly bring the food bowl down, and if they get up, I raise it up again. So it's like, as soon as they release the position early, before you release them yourself, you kind of give them a little bit of punishment, that negative punishment, by taking away what they want. And just through a little bit of patience, they'll sit long enough until you actually put the food dish down. You release them to that food dish pretty early, or pretty quickly early on, and then over time you can get them to stay longer and longer. It's just, essentially teaching them how to stay. Rump. Plats. No. So right there, she released early, so we give her a little bit of that negative punishment. Furby. Good girl. Rump. Plats. Okay. So you can see I'm extending out the command longer and longer. Rump. Plats. Okay. And I'm also not using hand gestures anymore. We faded out that out essentially. Rump. Are you pretty? Okay. So with the pretty command we've been working on lately is, right now I have to lure her every single time. So kind of like with the Plats command, when I was trying to fade out that lure, I make the lure less and less pronounced, less and less exaggerated over time. And then also I'm giving that command word, because I know I can get her into that position with the lure if I want to. So I'm giving the command word, waiting a second or so, and then if she doesn't do anything, I lure her into that position. And the key thing that we're waiting for here is if she preempts the lure, the targeting. And so if I say, are you pretty or pretty? and she does it before I lure her, I'm gonna give her a ton of treats, right? Just to really reinforce that. Dude, like that's awesome. Rump, are you pretty? Okay. But for right now, she still needs that lure. Rump, are you pretty? Okay. And I think it'll take probably 4 or 5 days to actually make it to where I don't have to give the lure. Good girl. Rump, are you pretty? No. So I'm trying to give like a smaller and smaller lure, but if she actually offers a different command than what I want from her, I'm gonna give that no reward marker. I'm gonna give Bandit a treat just to make her jealous. Good girl. Are you pretty? Okay. But we always want to keep her success rate up. Keep it about 70, 80% or so. Good girl. Rump. Are you pretty? Okay. Rump. Are you pretty? Okay. Once again, we're giving her the opportunity to do it without me luring her. But because we've only been at this, well, today pretty much, it's going to take a little bit of time before she really associates the command word pretty with going into position. Just like with the Platts command. Rump. Pretty. Okay. We're not going to like be too strict about it yet. Rump, as far as her position. Pretty. No. Good girl. She just straight up jumped, and so that's why I gave her that no reward marker. Rump. Pretty. I'll give her there because I clicked, but I really shouldn't have clicked there because I don't want her to jump. No. And I dropped the treat, but we're almost out of treats since I'm not going to give them to them for free. Go over there, Bandit. Furby. Rump. Pretty. No. Just ignore for a minute. Touch. Okay. Rump. Hey, Rump. Good girl. Pretty. Okay. Rump. Pretty. Okay. Rump. Pretty. Okay. That's very good. And I think the secret with the pretty command is I need to put my hand like directly behind her head so that she's not jumping up high for it. But the tricky part with that is I'm trying to fade the lure. So if I put it all the way over there, it's a very exaggerated lure where I want to try to do less and less of a lure. Pretty. Okay. But she's still getting rewarded for it. I want her to preempt me. Pretty. Good girl. So that's better. Rump. Pretty. No. Pretty. Okay. Eventually she's going to preempt me, just like with the down command. You'll notice a lot of times I get her to the sit position and then she goes directly into the down position, and that's her preempting me because she thinks that she already knows what I want her to do. So that's essentially what I'm trying to evoke when I give the command word and then I wait a little bit of time. But I only have 2 treats left, so I'll give 1 each here. And my goal will be to just get her into the down position. I'm just going to do an easier command that she's already used to, just to end on a high note. Rump. Girl. Platts. Wait for eye contact. I'm just drawing it out to teach her to stay. This is great. And then when I say the word to release her, I'll move away to encourage her to get up. Okay. Oh wait, no, we have some more. All right, y'all, we got 4 more. Try the pretty one more time. Rump. Hey. Yeah. Pretty. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, that was very good. So there, even though I didn't give the release word, you saw my lure hand. It was very small. It was kind of like a flick of a wrist. And that's honestly where a lot of these breakthroughs will come, is like they won't do it, they won't do it, they won't do it. And then just randomly, they'll have like a little breakthrough like that. And that's where you got to really praise them, really reward them heavily so that they know, dude, like that breakthrough is awesome. I have 2 more here, so I'll rump. Pretty. No. All right, Bandit, you'll get 1. 1 of the 2. Rump. I'm just gonna end on a high note. Plats. Good girl. No. Rump. Plats. Good girl. I'm just training her to be patient, but you don't want to wait too long because you want to keep that success rate up. Okay. Alrighty, now we are legitimately out of treats. All right, to do a quick recap here, she's doing awesome. Her sit, her down is doing really, really well. We're making progress on the posing. I think today was kind of like a mini breakthrough where it was like a flick of the wrist as far as the command goes, and she went into position. So that's really big, and I think because of that, honestly, it'll probably be 3 or 4 days before we get her to where she's offering it with no targeting or no luring whatsoever, which is huge. That's kind of the main step that you need to get to. And Bandit smells dinner right now. Besides that, let's see. We did a little bit of the touch command. We didn't do the leave it very much. I'm really focusing on like the core commands right now. I guess posing isn't really like a core command, but it's so adorable that I just want my dog to be able to do it. So please like and subscribe. Help us build a community here. If you guys have any questions or comments, please put them down below, and I will see you next time.